Welcome back to SwitchCorner. Today we're taking a look at Among Us on the Nintendo Switch. This has got to be one of the biggest viral hits of 2020, including now a Game Award under its belt. But how does it transfer to the Switch, and is it worth the addition to the library? Well, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and let's get started. So Among Us has now been out for a good couple of years to really no attention at all. That is until 2020 happened and things absolutely blew up. The world went crazy over it, and it's got to be one of the most streamed games over on Twitch of the year. The idea here is simple: up to 10 players and a minimum of 4 they board an alien spaceship. Roles from here are then assigned, those that are simply crew members, and then the now legendary Impostors. This one, it is multiplayer only, so just know that you will need a Nintendo Online membership, or you can play locally if you have multiple Switches in your household or have friends over. So how does it work? Well, first, if you're a crew member, your role is simple: fill the group taskbar to win, or figure out who the imposter is and eject them during an emergency meeting into space. Emergency meetings, they can be launched in 2 ways: either hitting the emergency button found on every map, or finding a dead body. Now, to fill the group taskbar, you'll of course be completing tasks around the ship, and they do come in 4 forms. You get short tasks that can be done in 1 sitting, long tasks which may have multiple stages, visual tasks that show some sort of animation, and then common tasks as well. These are given to everyone. Think something simple like swiping a key card. You'll know what you need to do though, because you're given a task list to start each round. Finally then, as a crew member, you can also check out the admin map and also security systems, just to keep an eye out for anything that may be suspicious. If you die as well, do expect to become a ghost and watch events unfold in front of you. This is more fun than you may expect. You can still complete your tasks and interact with things like, the security system, but just listening to the killer lie is just so much fun. Impostors, you're going to try and kill everyone, and impostors, it can range from 1 imposter up to 3. You need to kill enough players or crew members so there's an equal amount of imposters and crew members left alive. That is how you win. As the imposter, it's all about lying and getting through emergency meetings, so don't be sus there, waiting for that opportune moment to strike without of course being spotted, and then just generally, blending in. To prove your innocence in this world as well, you can complete tasks, but they are all fake. You are simply pretending, while in fact contributing nothing, and you can even sabotage locations. This sabotage, it creates panic, and the remaining crew, they can't press the emergency button until that is fixed. Kills, they come with a cooldown between each strike, so do be aware of that, and this will be customized by the host starting up the game. You can even then sneak through vents and closed doors, trapping your victims, and as a crew member, nothing quite as terrifying as seeing a door close behind you. The real fun with Among Us, honestly, it comes in these emergency meetings. Here you'll be discussing who you believe the imposter is, and you can vote or even skip if you're not quite confident in the options you have. The game, sadly, like on PC and phone though, it does not support native voice chat. You can use the text input, the on-screen keyboard, clunky at best in docked, or jump into private audio, so think a Discord server. Bit of a self-plug here though, but check out the SwitchCorner Discord server for this game. We're going to have now a dedicated channel for just Among Us, and we're going to have games launching over this next few weeks. When you die, as I said, you become that ghost. It means that the chat's going to block you from really contributing any information. If you're using an audio system though, it's going to be based on a system. Don't ruin it for everyone, basically. Keep yourself muted, because it's an absolute blast hearing them try and lie their way out of a situation or accuse someone else in the group. My biggest suggestion with Among Us for a newcomer: learn these 3 maps as quickly as possible. The quicker you get this down, the better off you will be. Moving quick, it's going to put pressure on the imposter, but likewise, knowing task locations, it's going to help you hunt folks down, especially when you know the locations of things like vents. Until you learn them, you're going to be using the pop-up map on screen quite a bit. This will for sure slow you down. With 3 maps total right now though, you can expect a new one coming early 2021 that will be called Airship though, and when it comes to tasks, you can expect over 40 to complete. Some quick examples: swipe a card, might fix wiring by matching colours, clean a filter, drag a ship across the map, or even shoot out asteroids. None of the tasks are overly complicated though. Among Us isn't focused on that. It's all about the discussion, the deceit. That's what people come here looking for. This was though my big concern heading into the Switch build. How would they make these tasks work with a controller in your hand? So I headed straight for free play mode to see what it had, and I'm actually very impressed. Now it's not as quick as a mouse cursor or a touchscreen naturally, but they've adapted the games to work with a controller. So for example, the keycard swipe, I was feeling I'd have to like click the card, drag it up with the left stick and then across, trying to get that speed. Here instead it's actually now just a simple rotation with the left stick, and you just need to focus on the speed itself. Nearly every game worked, and I think you'll find some are simplified by using the controller, and then some of course will be a little bit slower, like moving a cursor to shoot at asteroids. If you want a more traditional Among Us experience though, tasks can be completed in handheld with the touchscreen. So finally, when it comes to options online, you can host, you can search for a private match, or you can search those that are public. Private matches, they're a simple code you will give out to your friends, and if you decide to host, you can adjust a ton of options from like the vision, so that's the light cone you see on screen, to the kill distance for our imposter, to even the number of imposters taking place. I'll show you the list of like options on screen right now because there is a ton of them. Likewise then, players can change their colour, hat, pet and skin. DLC will no doubt be incoming shortly for this Switch build. There is already DLC on other consoles, it just hasn't been added to the shop here yet. The game then finally does indeed also feature crossplay with users on phone and PC. Now I have a few complaints. If you're not using a service like Discord for chat with a group of friends, and the chat system during the meetings docked just isn't gonna cut it. It's not quick enough. You can barely keep up with what's happening on screen, what everybody's talking about, and then as you sit there messing around with that keyboard, you're missing out on a ton of relevant information. That's because this on-screen keyboard, it actually covers the conversation that's taking place. It just seems like a poor design decision. If you're not playing with audio, you will want to basically play this game handheld, where you can at least type at a much quicker pace with the touchscreen options. The final two issues, more likely day of release bugs, but I do want to highlight them. Hosting seems to throw an error code at you pretty frequently at the moment. Just stick with it. I'm pretty sure it's just because so many people have picked it up. Day one, it should resolve itself pretty quickly. You can get in as well, you just kind of gotta like stick with it a little bit. And then on the find public match screen, it doesn't scroll as you navigate down with the left stick. If you're using touchscreen and swipe, it works absolutely fine. All these extra rooms will show up, but for some reason docked with a stick just doesn't work. So do know that. I'm sure they'll have a fix for this very soon, but it is an issue right now. So graphics and audio, then I'm going to put these together because there's not a huge amount to it, let's face it. Among Us has a hand-drawn style that, while yes it is simplistic, has now just kind of become iconic, and nearly everyone out there will recognise the designs, even those that don't play games. Each of the free maps, they also have a unique look to them all, and the characters, while simplistic, still fun to jump into those customisable options and add your own stamp. The graphics are not going to wow you, but they for sure capture a cartoon sense that I really do appreciate, especially the animations when they pop up on screen and like a kill is taking place. Audio, then we get mainly atmospheric sounds of the location you are in, along with some corresponding button presses and the like, and these are mainly during the mini games. Also some really nice like little footstep sounds and stuff like that. Of course then we also get the now iconic meeting sound. That's the big horn that goes off as bodies are discovered and meetings are called. So overall, the final verdict, this is Among Us. It's the same great game we've experienced elsewhere. Like any platform, it's best played with friends on audio, but just know there's a few minor like day one launch bugs. Hosting a match often returns an error, and no doubt this game is super busy right now. And then when it comes to those private matches with touchscreen, you can scroll down, but docked, you'll see the green like highlight go off screen, but it won't show you the names of the potential games you can join. Touchscreen and a quick swipe though will absolutely reveal them and resolve this issue. These though are minor issues in an otherwise solid port, though they've done a good job of transitioning this one to controller for the first time. I'm excited now to see the community grow even more, and outside of a few tweaks, it's absolutely everything I wanted. No score today, it's Among Us. It's simple in concept, it's super cheap, it's super addictive. I mean, this thing is $5. You're gonna get a ton of playtime here for your cash, and there's a reason it's been so popular in 2020. Just simple, kind of like bite-sized 10 to 15 minute rounds like entertainment. Thanks for watching. Will you be picking this one up and adding it to your collection? If you are looking for matches, we do now have an Among Us channel over on Discord to check out, so head there next if you haven't already. Then a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. Helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out for yourself, I have linked it in the video description down below. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.